next up is the one over the yonder. Oh, that's not good. I forgot to take care of that. I'll take care of you guys later. Come on, get up there. Let's do this. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll add you. Give me a second. Alright, hold on. I'll be right back, everyone. I'll be right back. Hold on. Do do. Actually, let's do it this way. It's been a while since I've done this. Oh, there we go. Alright, hold on. Alright, I hope he sees I'm trying to contact him. If he doesn't see it, then it's not my fault. And while I'm waiting... Ah, no! That's not what I had in mind. If you're still in the comments, I'm trying to contact you, glitch. Oh, there we go. I can use that, and then, oh yeah, this could work. Oh. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Not right, not cool. Oh, that's not good. Haha, haha, I did it. Alright. Discord. I thought I told you that before. Oh, wait. Let's see, is he there? Oh, hello, look who decided to finally answer me. Let's see if it's about darn time. Oh, wait. Let's see, is he there? Indeed, it is not. Hello, but still, it's about time, and we haven't heard from you. It's about darn time.
Well, there's been a lot of reasons why I've been absent or have been very quiet.
Quiet or absent? Indeed, it is not. But still, it's about time, and we haven't heard from you for like forever.
Yeah, 2 months.
I feel like it's been a little bit longer than 2 months.
3 months.
Yeah. Quiet or absent? Who? So, before we continue, before we get started, I feel like it's been a little bit longer than 2 months. Of a late passing. care to tell these mortals that I possibly would have here what you've been up to? Who
Yeah, I suppose I could give them a bit of detail of what I've been up to.
an update?
Yeah, I guess I could give y'all some updates since y'all have been very patient with me and probably wondering where I have been in the past few months. So, where to even start?
Where indeed?
Uh, well, I did. I don't know if I even said this yet. I did recently graduate from a community college, and now I'm on my journey, on my next journey, on getting my bachelor's degree in IT. So for the past 2 months now, I've been in very busy bee, if you will.
Is that the last thing you have to get, or
Hmm.
is that the last thing you have to get, or is there more you have to get? Like your other than your master's degree?
Oh no, this is probably it. Because if I go any higher than a bachelor degree, then it's like, sheesh, I'm gonna be in debt. But no, this is probably gonna be my last and final journey in education.
I see, but you do know every day is every day is a new, learn something new. I can't speak.
That is true. That is true. But like I said, though, it's just been pretty busy these past few months, and then the other more personal reason why I was on hiatus, because, well,
You mean MIA?
yeah, but this one I'm gonna kind of keep a bit quiet just due to its personal and very family related reason.
Yes.
But let's just say a certain member of the family had to be put down. And yeah, I don't want to get too in depth about it because it's not really my dog that passed away, but it was still considered a good dog in my opinion. But let's just say that's another reason why I went on hiatus, because I couldn't deal with the fact that I had to help put it down. So, yeah.
Indeed.
So, like, there really much. There's really not much else to really say of my hiatus because, like I said, it's mostly personal and professional. Uh, can't get the damn camera to start or operate, so I guess you guys won't see me right now.
But they can hear you though.
Yeah, as long as you guys can hear me, that's it. So, in the meantime, you guys can just see my social media platforms of how else you guys can get a hold of me or contact me. It's all right here in front of you. But if I would like to stick around and chat with everyone, including you, Mr. Destroyer, because it had like we've been saying this whole time, it has been a long time. But because I have other obligations to attend to, I'm only probably gonna be sticking around for like an hour, and then I have to meet
Yeah, that's fine.
with an instructor at like 7. So I guess I do have to cut this a bit shorter than I thought. I guess an hour is not really an option, but yeah. But anyway,
If you have a lot of stuff, then that's understandable. But if it's like not something that you think you can get done quickly, then yeah, you could always take optional staying here for like 2 hours or something like that.
I mean, we'll see, cause like I said, I got a lot of stuff to do after the
Which
stream, and then
which I understand.
I mean, it is I could stream tomorrow. That is a possibility. I guess I could do something tomorrow. So there's always another day.
Oh, well, normally I don't stream on the weekends, but I can be there
I
with you on
mean,
Discord.
like how we've explained to each other, when we're not streaming, is I do try to stream on the weekends because that's basically my only time to ever like stream in general. But I get it what you're saying too there, Destroyer Zach, that yes, you
Yeah,
have other things to do as well. And you like a day off to relax and charge your batteries.
yeah, restore myself.
Well, what do you say we get to the heart of the reason why we're all here, including why I have it on the title on both Twitch and YouTube? So, what do you say we go ahead and get to the heart of this factor? For those of
Indeed.
you that may have seen the news and probably like myself had to wait to hear from someone else besides just hearing it from the media, social medias. Um, uh, man, this really hits. This really does hit my childhood, and I'm not
Yeah,
even gonna
they
I'm
mine.
not even gonna sugarcoat it at all. Zach, go ahead and make fun of me, but
Alright.
I
Uh,
literally went when you sent me this news. I just started crying.
yeah,
It's
my,
like
like I
holy
was telling you,
shit.
like, like I was telling you before, my mind was blown.
Well, cause like I said, I saw it all over social media, but because certain things in social media is not even accurate or true,
Yeah,
that's why I wanted to wait and see if anyone like I knew personally would hear about it. And then once I heard it from you, and then from my relative who also kind of grew up watching it with me, also told me about. Then I started digging deeper about it, and then yes, then
yeah,
apparently it is true. And for those of you that may not know it yet or may not have fully looked into it, the late great Akira Toriyama, the creator and the publisher of the greatest franchise in anime history, the Dragon Ball Z saga, passed
well,
away.
basically Dragon Ball altogether.
Yes. Well, I call it the franchise, but yes, the entire series, Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball GT to Dragon Ball Super to the specials to the movies. He created it all. He passed
Yeah.
away. It says on March 1st, so that was like.
Well, yeah, but they didn't get the news was only on Japan until later.
Well, yeah,
Got
but
transferred over
according
here.
to what we've seen, though, is that he did pass away on March 1st, but then news started breaking out on Wednesday when officially they announced that his passing did happen.
Yeah. So like I messaged you before, I guess we're not getting the season 2 of Dragon Ball Super after all. Even though I reclaimed it for 2 years, but after this to happen, I guess not.
I mean, it could still happen, but it just won't feel the same.
No, it's not. It's not his vision though. Without him putting it together, it's not gonna be his vision though. What he put
Well,
into
you know how
words.
all these like cartoon or whatever people that own the show kind of are gonna do it. They're probably gonna do like a special in memory of Mr. Toriyama. Maybe they won't do like a
Yeah.
full season, but they might do like a special like episode or even a movie to commemorate Akira Tozawa's work and memories.
Right.
I mean, especially for us fans that grew up watching Dragon Ball Z, I would love to see them do like a special episode to commemorate his work. I mean, I would love to see that. Just to at least give him one final send off, but I don't know. I don't know how the other people in the world would see it.
Oh, I just think that. Oh, well, remember this is not the first time I told you someone passed away. Like 2 years ago in November, that two people died: Kevin Conroy and Jason David Frank. In that same
Oh
month
yeah.
now, not even 2 years later. this happened.
Basically, yeah, all our childhood heroes are passing away like way too quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, one of them was not really by like natural causes. It was just due to just lack of emotions, but that's not really my business to even talk about. But the other two were just due to like heart failure or just like medical reasons. So it's not really my
Yeah.
place to really speak about how Akira Toriyama passed away because I didn't know him like that, but I was always a big fan of everything he did when it comes to Dragon Ball.
I think it had something to do with the brain cancer that he passed away. It had something to do with his having the brain cancer.
Well, for those of you that may not know this, and not to really bring it up too much, just due to the promise and obligation I made with my family, I would not say this publicly, but I'll just give you guys kind of an idea or a glimpse of it. My late sister, who was only 3 years old, passed away from brain cancer. So I totally understand what the family of Toriyama's going through. So that's
Yeah.
why this definitely hits me harder than any of the people that I heard pass away.
Hey,
Because
same here.
not only does it hit me in my childhood, it also hits me like professionally because I know what the family must be going through. So this definitely hits home for me.
Oh yeah, same here.
But
Believe me, same here.
and for those of you that may not follow me, or actually sorry, that do follow me on not only X or Twitter, but also if you guys follow me like on TikTok, I actually did just post recently a TikTok video showing my condolences and my respects to Akira Tozawa. And actually, I can tell you guys right now, I never expected to get this many views or likes on a TikTok video of all places, but it turns out I got 827 views just for making um
On
that
TikTok,
homage.
on
Yeah, that.
TikTok alone.
Oh yeah. And then I got 51 likes or hearts, whatever they call it, from a bunch of people
Oh yeah.
liking my video. Because honestly, like, this really does hit me, like, really professionally, but also, like, in my childhood. Because if it wasn't for
Yes.
Dragon Ball Z, I would not have heard about anime in general. Dragon Ball Z was basically the
I
gateway to why I love anime so much.
I guess I'll tell a story how I got involved with Dragon Ball, which I'm sure you, Mr. Glaze, would like to know how I got involved with Dragon Ball. It was at the time, like not even the year 2000, to be honest, so 24 years ago or such.
Yeah.
Um, I was in a TV broadcast of this broadcast of Fox Kids a while back, and I used to have this older brother that showed me Tsunami, and Tsunami was another broadcast of Cartoon Network way before Adult Swim owned the rights to it, and then he introduced me to Dragon Ball, and the best moment of the best fight I always remembered the first time I saw the ending of the Dragon Ball arc, which was was during the battle and after the battle of the first fight of Goku and Frieza during the
Oh yeah.
Frieza saga.
That was my first introduction to Dragon Ball Z. Was the fight, like the entire series in Namek, beginning from when
Yeah.
the Ginyu Force showed up to when
Oh
Goku
yeah.
showed up, and then basically he got hurt, and then he was recovering, and then that's when Vegeta and Piccolo, Krillin, Gohan started fighting with Frieza, but then they couldn't do it. And then once finally Goku regenerated with more power than he ever had, then that basically was the fight of all fights, in my opinion. And if anyone that
Oh
says
yeah.
otherwise, it's like, really, then you guys haven't fully seen the Dragon Ball Z series or even seen that one fight that basically started the whole like franchise. If it wasn't for that fight of Goku versus Frieza, then no one in the world would have not known what Dragon Ball Z was all about.
And then as the food saga, it just seems like there's GT. I mean, granted, get this. So GT, my older brother got me in the saga GT of the Shadow Dragons, like with you like Tenshinhan and Omega.
Yeah.
I think not only the theme song was awesome, but the ending. I mean, even though yes, GT is not canon, but I just think that was the best ending. And I think at that point, I thought we would never have another Dragon Ball season again until over 10 years later, we got Dragon Ball Super.
Well, it didn't really start with Dragon Ball Super. It actually started out as, remember, the Battle of the Gods, I think it was.
Well, yeah, but no, I'm not talking about the movies. I'm talking about like the TV series.
Well, yes, but I'm talking if you're talking
I
about
know
like
the movies came. I know the movies came first, but I'm talking about like beyond the movies. The series picked up again on the actual television.
okay.
That's what I was getting at.
All in all, like I mean, like I said, if it wasn't for Dragon Ball Z and Mr. Toriyama's work, I would never have heard of the word anime in at all if it wasn't for Dragon Ball Z. So I really owe him and Dragon Ball Z everything because it's just like I would not have known different like cultures or different like uh different um like cartoon genres in the world.
Right.
So it's like I mean, yeah, there's still other good animes out there now. Like, I'm not trying to say like I'll never watch any other anime like Dragon Ball Z ever again. Like, I'm not saying like I'm officially laying off anime anymore. What I'm saying is like I just don't think there'll ever be a really good anime storyteller like what Mr. Toriyama did. And there's a lot of good animes out there right now, like Attack on Titans is good. I mean, it was kind of lame at first, but then it got better. So there's just ugh, there's just a lot to process right now.
And like what happened to one of the actors, the creators of Yu-Gi-Oh? He passed away too.
Oh yeah, I'm well aware of that.
And now we have this happening. It's like seriously, life, you had to do this, even in our darkest days. Seriously.
I mean, I know we all wish we can have the people that really impacted our lives a lot longer, or at least let them live longer. But it's also like when it's their time, it's their time. That's why I've always been told you gotta appreciate them now, because once they're gone, and then it's like, what do you do now? So it's just I don't know.
Well, yeah. I
There's
mean,
just a lot you can say that may make you feel better, but at the end of the day, it's like it just happens and it's just their time.
well, yeah, I get that, but it's like natural cause I can accept, but when it's a condition of a health reason, then that's just something they're completely different of natural cause. Natural cause and a disease is two different things.
And I won't disagree with you, Zach. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I really can't really say much about death because I mean, it just happens. But that's why I've just always learned and been told you gotta appreciate the people you're with now and never like have any hatred or like block them out because like you may think they'll never die like right away or whatever, but once they die, it's like then it's like you have a lot of regrets or like you feel like you wish you could have said your last goodbyes, but it's too late.
And that's the thing, though. How would you know it's they're going to be your final goodbye if you don't know what their lifespan is?
I don't know, man. That's why I really
See,
don't really
that
contemplate death all that much. Like for me, it's like if I'm gonna die, then I die.
right. I was listening to the stories of how people got interact with Dragon Ball. Like for example, Prince Vegeta, he was out of character. He doesn't do that a whole lot, but what he was explaining was that he got to the point where he didn't want to go. He was so depressed in his life, but Dragon Ball basically changed his life. It turned his life around.
Yeah.
So
I mean, ugh. This shows how much Akira impacted me. Is why I'm not talking, because it's like
yeah,
I'm still mourning. Like, I know I didn't know him like personally, like I don't know like his family or anything, but
but like
growing up,
me,
yeah,
we
like
both
growing
know.
up, watching all his work, even reading the manga, which honestly that was my first manga I've ever read, was Dragon Ball
Yeah,
Z. That's how much this impacts me, and that's why I'm just being very quiet. Cause it's like this does hit my childhood very hard. No
yeah.
other like
I mean,
creator or even voice actor passing has affected me this much.
I couldn't even sleep at all last night. To be honest with you,
I couldn't
after
either,
hearing the
like,
news.
cause the whole time I was awake, like I just kept watching like TikToks, even going through Twitter of like everyone in the world showing their respects and like their favorite episodes or even like their favorite memories of Toriyama's work in the Dragon Ball Z. Um, and I think if I remember, the voice actor that voices Goku, I think he said something, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's been very
Yeah,
quiet about this because it's like, what do you say about someone that has
it's like,
also impacted you so much and that gave you a job to be the voice of Goku?
and it's the same way of a certain someone who will not do no more Batman at all, who played the original Joker in the Batman the animated series. That he won't do anything more like that after the passing of Kevin Conroy. But now that he's gone, he's not gonna do any more Joker in the Batman at all. So yeah, I can understand why he does that. He's not the first one who's feeling this type of emotional stress.
And actually, guys, here's actually something because I'm on Twitter right now, just seeing more people showing their respects to Toriyama. Actually, the voice of Vegeta, Piccolo, and believe it or not, Yamcha, Christopher, God, I don't think I'm saying his last name right. Sabat, Christopher Sabat, the voice of Vegeta, Piccolo, and Yamcha, 20 hours ago just said, see you in Otherworld, legend. Hashtag rest in peace, Akira Toriyama with the purple heart. That's wow. I mean, I knew he voiced those guys, but I just wow, just seeing that tweet now, it's like, man,
Yeah, it's just now. I remember hearing like you don't know what how much time you have left until you have to appreciate what you do have because you never know your time can be short, so you just had to honor what time you have. And yes, I got that from Prince Vegeta's YouTube channel.
yeah, damn. So far, yeah, Sean Schimmel, who voices Goku, and actually, if for those of you that don't know, he actually voices King Kai as well. I'm just surprised he hasn't said anything yet at all, like in press or even on Twitter about the passing at all. But I'm sure he is mourning the passing as well. But it's also like maybe he wants to do this in his own time, but he wants to do this, keep it personal right now.
And it's when I saw that, I'm like, I know I have to tell you about it because I can't be the only one who would know about
Oh
it.
no, I'm glad you did, because like I said, I've been seeing it all over social media, but again, like I didn't believe it until like I hear from someone I know telling me the same thing. And it's like, okay, now I believe it. And then right when you told me, and I looked into it a bit more, and then it already hit me like a ton of bricks. So like basically an
I mean,
asteroid hitting me, or hitting planet Earth. That's how badly it hit me. So then I was like
I think
quiet. I was basically like quiet the whole day. And then, like I said, I was
I think
watching TikToks. I was on Twitter, watching everybody and seeing everybody showing their respects.
I sent you the screenshot of the information too and everything to show you that it was legit.
Oh yeah. So it's like, and my parents were even wondering like, why am I so quiet? Like, are you okay? And so I just kind of played off like, yeah, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. When really it's like my childhood, basically my childhood hero, passed away.
Oh yeah, we've lost a lot. To be honest, Jason David Frank was mine, and now we just lost Toriyama as well, along with Kevin Conroy. Conroy,
Yeah.
I can't speak.
Yeah. There really isn't much more for me to say because it's not really my place to really say anything. But as much like everybody else that's been saying their respects on social media, it's just that basically, like the hashtag said, thank you, Akira Toriyama. And
Indeed, and that's why I titled other than Infamous the Second Son Part 3, but I put the slash going R.I.P. Toriyama.
and that's like I said before. That's why I hope if they are gonna bring back Dragon Ball Super for one more run, it should just be like one special episode, and then it should just be about like Akira Toriyama's work. But
Or at least 4 more seasons of the same arc, giving a big old blow, go out with a bang.
and I mean yes, that would be nice, but because of Akira Toriyama's work and success, I'm pretty sure they're really gonna start thinking about it even more now. Now that they don't have their boss saying yes or no, so now they really got to start thinking about like, should we do it now? Is this the right time right now?
And or if they know his vision on his
Absolutely yes,
work.
because definitely GT does show exactly what we're talking about, but also like, I don't know. There's just a lot to process right now, and a lot to really think about.
He's been doing Dragon Ball for like 45 years. That's a long time.
It is. It is.
Count the days, months of every single year. That's a lot of work that what he had to do.
Yeah, so he definitely deserves to like rest, like just relax now, because he basically busted his butt to make us fans less happy. So he, to me, I definitely felt like he finally deserves to like relax and rest.
Yeah. I mean, not trying to change the subject or anything, but I just want to ask this. Let's get this out of the way. Aren't you supposed to have a date night every Friday night?
Well, because of what's been happening lately, that whole date night thing has been put on hold right now.
Gotcha. I was just curious if you did
Which
the
is
same.
why I said, which is why I did say like, yes, I'm going to go back on live for this one time only thing for now until either I figure out what to do next or like what's gonna happen. Because right now I'm just trying to stay focused on my schoolwork and just trying to make sure like I'm adjusting to where I'm living at right now.
now we have another reason why we need to do that thing we were planning on doing this month.
Right,
Get to that.
right. I know I
Now we
haven't
have
really
now.
said much about that. Yes, I know I haven't said much about that, and I think right now it's a good time to say something while I still have the chance. For those of you that are wondering what we're talking about, Zach, I'll go ahead and say it. We are
Go ahead.
considering doing a 1 year anniversary live stream for 12 hours to commemorate our 1 year of me and Destroyer Lord Zack's co-op co-op, I like to call it, or like
Yeah.
merger of our streams together.
And now with this late pass that this happened, now this gave us another reason to do it sometime this month. That just gave us another reason.
Which I do want to do it sometime this month, but I also do feel like we have to organize it carefully. And actually, now that I'm
Yeah.
thinking about it, Zach, next week is spring break. Um,
Hmm.
so I have all week next week to do it. But now the question is, what day should we do it on next week?
Well, as far as my other schedules going, I have them Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Will you be considering doing a 12-hour stream on Saturday, kind of like a pay-per-view event?
There's nothing going on pay per view event wise this month.
No, I mean, no, I mean like a pay-per-view event, like what we're, like me and you are doing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we could do it on a weekend as well, so maybe it doesn't have to be like on a week necessarily.
And you, like you just said, you're gonna have spring break, so you could come back to stream. You did say next week is spring break.
It is a possibility, but like I said, because I have other obligations right now with school,
That's
I do
true.
want to stay focused on that primarily right now.
I mean, yeah, that is true, but you could just pop in for like an hour and on my stream on Discord and just chat for a little while. You don't have to be online to do your own stream.
Alright, I will consider it. Let me, because I'm still adjusting to the whole school thing, so give me this until the end of this weekend to start getting properly adjusted, and then I'll let you know what'll happen next.
Oh, and since I have you here, did you catch my stream about like 3 weeks ago when I did the dragon wheel?
Yep,
Did you at all catch it?
I did. I was gonna say something, but I'm
So
just like, I don't know what to say right now.
okay, I know we're so emotional, but as long as you're here, I might as well tell you. Since we didn't consider what games we were gonna play, so I had the Super Dragon Wheel decided for us.
Uh,
So I have a list in front of me right now. Believe it or not, I have the list in front of me.
nice.
What I can do on my stream, and if you have the same game, we can play together.
Okay.
Or okay, like for instance, like we'll divide them between the 6 hours, like 3 hours of one game, 3 hours of another game, and then the second half of the 6 hours will be the other, you know, so and so. Like for example, starting the first of the 3 hours, um, well, for the 2 hour for the first 2 hours, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 for 2 hours.
All right.
And that's what I had going on for my list. For the last 4 hours of the first half, I will be playing the 4 hour stream of Assassin's Creed Ezio, the very first Ezio.
I see. Okay.
And then the second half, finally after 6 hours, I will be playing um, I will be playing 3 hours of Killzone Shadowfall, and I will also be playing the 3 hours of the last 3 hours of the very first Spider-Man video game.
Nice.
So that's what the wheel has decided.
All right.
Unless, of course, you know, unless if you want to play one game, which there's that challenge I issued to you months ago, but you haven't given me a real bring back. You keep saying I'll think about it, but what is your deadline of that one certain game of that challenge they gave you, known as the Pokemon Challenge.
Well, because a lot's happening with me right now for the past month or in the past few weeks,
Which is
I might have to put it
understandable.
on I might have to put it on hold indefinitely until I get things sorted and then completely finalized. Because like I said, I'm still going through some stuff right now, and then
Which
just a lot
is
going on.
which is understandable, but I'm just saying, um, I mean that challenge we can do a whole 12 hour stream. I mean, if you're willing to do that, let me know. I mean, that way we don't have to keep switching.
I
Yeah,
mean,
well,
yeah,
can't
I
make you
guess
switch
we
it all the time.
could do it during the 12-hour stream. So, I mean, yeah, that is something we'll definitely do for sure then during the live stream. We just gotta just know when to do it.
Yeah, and I don't know if you know this, but I got my online playing online Switch back on. So,
Nice.
and if there's a certain, and you know what's the, you can get one of the two Pokemon games, which I told you, it's either Brilliant Diamond, well, yeah, Brilliant Diamond or Shine Pearl, or whichever games you pick, we could still be like traded. It doesn't have to be one of the same. It can be one or the other.
Okay.
It just depends which legendary you want. Which and Shine Pearl has Palkia, the god of space, and Dialga is the Pokemon who rules over. Is the god of basically time.
Okay.
So
Alright. So what I think we should do then for sure, sometime this weekend we do need to start planning. Well, not just this weekend. Actually, hold on. Not this weekend, but starting the whole week. We should start discussing about what we need to be doing then on the 12-hour stream since it's basically coming up next Saturday. So,
oh yeah, I'll be in touch. I'll be in touch. But remember, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 o'clock, I'll be doing my live stream on my schedule. So if you see my schedule on my channel, you know what I have scheduled.
all right.
It should be under my channel where under where it says live. It would say schedule.
Okay. Well, then we'll go ahead and start getting things ready to go then, because yeah, we got all week to start getting things ready. And I do want to have everybody keep this in mind, because like I know this has been kind of an ongoing issue lately since last time I streamed for a little while, which was back on the Royal Rumble watch along. I did get my computer did restart on its own due to some technical reasons. I did recently update my or upgraded my uh, DDR RAM sticks, including my GPUs. So basically, things are working as they should so far. But now I'm just afraid if the more I say it's good, the more I'm worried I'm gonna jinx it, and then it's not gonna work for the entire 12-hour stream, or it's like I'm gonna stop
I'm
or lag. So I do want everyone to keep this in mind. If I end up like disconnecting or not going live, don't worry. It's an easy fix, but the 12-hour stream will still continue on. Maybe in parts, but I do want to keep that in mind. Everyone
well,
on notice.
well, parts on, well, I'm parts on his channel, but mine is going to stay forward because I. By the way, I'm glad you brought up the computer thing. Remember when I was doing the cold Royal Rumble thing with you, and the cat, I guess I wasn't following or something like that. My stream wasn't. That matter. Um, the time difference. The time difference of the seconds are different than because we live in a different time zones.
Kinda. We're actually in the same time zone.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying as far as the internet is
Oh
different
well.
from one to the other.
Yeah, internet wise, sure.
Yeah, it's different. So I figured that out. Plus, I made some
There we
changes on
go.
my stuff, so as you can see, all my systems, all my streams are up and running. It
Okay.
should not give me any more problems now.
And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are watching my stream right now, I just fixed my camera. The whole time we were talking, I was fixing my camera, seeing what I could do to get it to operate and work, so you guys don't keep seeing my social media screen. It's working now, and so now as you can see, I'm no longer in my own in my apartment where you guys have seen me before. Now I'm in a whole different area. So yes, as you can kind of tell, I did recently move.
Is that a portrait on your left side of your ear? Is that like some kind of a logo?
Kind of. I got it when I went to a music festival a couple years ago, and then I went last year. So yeah.
Okay, it looks pretty cool actually.
Thank you. Then I still have the same LED light that you may have
Yeah,
that some of you may have seen in my previous streams or whatever games I've had, and then also got some other lights above me but also behind me that are going. So a lot of, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, a lot has changed since the last time everyone saw me. And you know what? You know what?
and
Since I'm almost out of time, I will go ahead and be honest about one thing. And honestly, I have no shame or like any embarrassment of this because Zach, you're kind of in the same boat. But anyway, for those of you that want to know or wonder where I'm at, I'm not living with roommates anymore. I'm technically living with my parents in a basement. Now, here's the thing about that before I sign off for the day. Shut up. Um, there's a lot of reasons why I came back home with my parents. One, the main thing was because I'm getting my bachelor's degree. Zach, shut up. I'm getting my bachelor's degree, and everyone who's gone to college or is going to college now should know that it's expensive as hell, especially going to a high-ranking university.
it is. I should know because back in 2019, I was doing acting classes for Scott Community College, and no, I didn't get a degree from high school. No, my mom paid for my classes, and if I remember correctly, it was not cheap. That's
It's
all I can
not,
say.
which is
It
why
was not
thank,
cheap.
which is why like I always tell myself like thank God I can get financial aid. If it wasn't
Yeah,
for financial aid, I would not be going to college anymore. I would have just said fuck it.
right.
So that's one of the reasons why I'm here, live with my parents again. But there are other reasons. But some of them I don't want to get into depth because I honestly think that's none of your all's business. Y'all can go ahead and send me a comment on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, making fun of me that I'm 32 years old, live with my parents. You know what? In the end of the day, I don't give a shit, dude. That's just the way the world is right now. That is not funny, Zach. All right, guys. Well, that's basically it because I have to go ahead and attend my important obligation here pretty soon. So, Zach, it was been a pleasure. Thank you for having me in your stream as
No
always.
problem.
I'll probably, like I said, I will probably stream tomorrow. We'll see, depending on what's going on, but it shouldn't be a problem.
If not, you gotta give updates to your Twitter and such of what you're doing.
Right. But alright, guys. Well, it was a pleasure seeing you all again. And I know I've already said this on Twitter and on TikTok, but I think I might as well say it here on Twitch and YouTube. Thank you, Akira, Akira Toriyama. God bless you. Hope you're experiencing that long journey on Snake Wave, and once you're finished with it, you get to finally hang out with King Kai himself.
And hopefully it's not permanent.
Oh boy. Well, we all know what it's
You
like on
know,
Snake Wave.
not a long snake way.
Well,
Hopefully somewhere down, but hopefully at the other end he gets to be reborn. Like what happened to Bad Boo, he gets to be reincarnated. Like ooh.
that is true. That is true. I do believe in reincarnations.
So yeah, I mean there's always a that possibility.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it is time for me to head out because I gotta go ahead. Anyway, Zach, I'm gonna go ahead and get off Discord then too as well. So
Alright.
I will see everyone tomorrow. Thank you. Good night.
Yes, good night, Glitch. Everyone say good night to Mr. Glitch.